goddamn green light.
Anyone who gets hit by a bear in the neighborhood, call Joe Murray.
I happen to trust Joe Murray.
First time I ever met Joe Murray was at a...
All right, 98.5, the Sports Hub of Joe Murray. Welcome in. It's 4th and Friday, but a short edition of the show as we hand things off to the Celtics, who are in Philly tonight. I got a breakdown of that game for you. Also got some betting odds for you. Got my, might throw a little parlay at you. I don't like those, but you know what? I like what I see tonight in the old matchup between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. Bruins win last night. I got a thought on that. But we'll start off Patriots as they prepare for the Falcons this Sunday. I'll tell you right now, I hate the betting line. Anytime I see a favorite of 5, it opened at 4.5, but I see 5, 5.5 dead numbers. It makes me immediately think underdog. But in this scenario here, I do have some concerns this weekend. The Falcons are coming off an embarrassing loss to Miami. I mean, did you see what happened to Miami last night? So I expect a huge rebound with Michael Penix back at quarterback. Atlanta's under fire right now. Raheem Morris, Zach Robinson, they need to figure it out. Drake London also should be back for Atlanta. But they need to get back to their running game. And since it is Halloween, happy Halloween, everybody. I think someone to be scared about is Bijan Robinson. You all know the name. He's the big-time, flashy running back who can do it all. One of the best players coming out of Texas. To me, he is one of the top 5 players in the NFL. As far as skill set goes, you know, people love Saquon Barkley. I think Bijan might be more talented. And Mike Vrabel said today he compared Robinson to Marshall Faulk. Talk about that one, huh? That was at a team meeting, and some people didn't know who Marshall Faulk was, so he had to then show them game film. Imagine that. But the Patriots have not allowed a running back this year to rush over 50 yards in a game. I've mentioned this multiple times, and I'm sure the Falcons have heard that too. And I have some numbers regarding Bijan Robinson. In Bijan Robinson's 40 career games, he's rushed for 50 yards or more 28 times. That's 70%. He's ran for 70 yards or more in 21 games. That's 52%. So this year, he has rushed for 50 yards in 4 of the 7 games. He had 72, 75, 143, and 170. In those games this year, the Falcons are 3-1. But they're 0-3 when he's rushed for fewer than 50 yards. So I wanted to just mention some of these numbers that the Patriots have went up against this year. Week 1 against Ashton Genty, they gave up 38 yards. In Week 2 versus Devon Achane, 30 yards. Against Pittsburgh in a loss, 47 yards. Chuba Hubbard against the Panthers, 49. And James Cook, 49. Alvin Kamara had 31. Tajay Spears had 22. And last week, Jank Judkins had 19. Are you noticing a pattern here? It's getting lower. 49, 31, 22, 19. Next up is Bijan Robinson.
Sounds like those math problems I could never figure out in school. What's the next number? I don't know.
Yeah, there you go, Ryan Garvin. There's a lot of Joe math going on there, but the numbers were getting lower and lower. And I'm actually going to look this up in a minute here. But to me, like, Bijan Robinson is the key to this game. And I know it's easy to say, yep, Barmore, Milton Williams, they got this. This is where I think Atlanta needs to lean on their best player. Now, I think they will do play action. I think they will look for Drake London downfield. I hate Kyle Pitts, but you know what? I think this is a week where they can try to take advantage of him. And some of these linebackers, maybe the new safeties that are in here. So, in the last 2 games, just to bring it up, The Falcons have, against the 49ers, they ran for 40 yards, and against the Dolphins, 25. They scored 10 points in each game. That can't happen this week. It can't happen for Atlanta. So, do I think in general the Patriots are better than Atlanta? Yes, I do. But a team off that kind of loss, now going on the road against a team that's been hot, that has a look ahead to Tampa Bay next week, I give the Falcons a shot. I do. Now, the Patriots defense has given up points in the opening drives, 6 of 8, 4 of them of those 8 games for touchdowns. Atlanta's only scored twice on their opening drive this year. And really, these games come down to the third quarter. The Patriots have the best third quarter scoring margin in the NFL at plus 37. And if you remember in week 1, they got outscored 10-0 in that third quarter. There will be some changes for the Patriots, though. Ramondre Stevenson will miss the game. He's dealing with a toe injury. That means that Travion Henderson will start. He broke out last week, 75 yards versus the Browns. So he'll have a bigger role this week, and I'm curious how they'll play without Stevenson. He's one of their best blockers, and really he's their best in-between runner that they have. I don't know who they bring up. Maybe Jennings gets the look. Maybe they go back to Dearness Johnson, who's done this before. And I know that Vrabel at least has some familiarity with him. But when it comes down to it, Drake May versus Michael Penix, that's what it's all about. Penix looks to be healthy this week. I think he plays better at home than he does on the road, but we'll see. He missed last week's game. Here he is back. Drake May, can he continue to do what he does? And there's so many players injured on Atlanta right now that I don't even know who's playing. I don't know if there's a pass rush. I really don't know what's going on there. But I couldn't believe that when I saw that. 14 guys, is that why they lost so bad to Miami last week? Because I watched what Miami did last night, and they were horrific. They fired their GM. It was that bad. But, I just think it's going to be a game. And the line's already moved in the Patriots' direction. It was 4.5. Now it's 5.5. I don't like the number. And I look into the betting stuff every single week. But there are some guys to watch, though, like Darnell Mooney, Carlton Davis. I want to see that matchup, right? They got a couple of running backs I think you should watch about outside of Bijan Robinson. I think Tyler Algier has been very good. He's a strong runner, and Nathan Carter at least can help out a little bit there. But their defense, it's banged up. Zach Harrison, Jalen Walker, first-round pick, if you remember him. Jesse Bates, safety that came over from the Bengals. Xavier Watts is now a rookie starter at safety. Billy Bowman's their nickel. He's hurting. So they don't have a lot there. And to me, in general, Drake May should have the advantage against the team. But he crushes the blitz. Last week, he went up against the best defense in football. There's not a lot there, I think, to really game plan for. Leonard Floyd's a good player, but when you look at it overall, there's not a huge pass rush. There's not a lot of people to fear when it comes to the Falcons defense. So I think Drake May should be able to be comfortable and continue to do what he's doing. And if that's the case, they should win the game. But I think it will be a little bit closer than we think. And, I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. When I look into these games this year, I saw the Joe Murray research team was on this one, so I want to give them credit. The Patriots, in games when they're leading going into the fourth quarter, undefeated. Their 2 losses, they trailed going into the fourth quarter. That's why I brought up the third quarter stats. Patriots have dominated in the third quarter. Can they have that lead going into the half? And can they dominate in the third quarter? Because generally, when they have the lead in the fourth, they win. It sounds easy, Ryan Garvin. You just have a lead. It sounds like John Madden, right? Have a lead going into the fourth quarter, win the game.
Listen, the key to winning a good football game is to make sure that you get the lead at the very end of the game.
It's simple.
Like horrible John Madden.
Stop the run. Don't let Bijan Robinson run. Have a lead in the fourth quarter. Don't turn it over.
After Josh Allen, is Bijan Robinson the most talented player the Patriots have seen so far?
Yeah, Camaro was good, but he's older, right? Yeah.
We're talking about a guy who could be like the offensive player of the year.
I think Bijan. I think Myles Garrett's probably a top 5 player in the league.
Ooh, that's fair. I disrespect.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Myles Garrett, Josh Allen, Myles Garrett.
But like he had 6 sacks, but what did it do for them? You know, Bijan Robinson can make an. How about this, Zach Robinson? They need to get Bijan involved, whether it's in the backfield or throwing the ball. They can't score 10 points and rush for less than 50 yards 3 weeks in a row. At least I don't think they will. And I'm sure they heard Patriots haven't given up 50 yards or more to a running back. Let's not forget, next week, Tampa Bay. It's what everyone's thinking about. It's what everyone's talking about. It's easy to say Atlanta stinks on the road after losing to the Dolphins. I'm giving them a shot. But I think in the end, Mike Vrabel and Drake May versus Raheem Morris and Michael Penix, I'm going to take the Patriots. I just don't like the 5.5. We'll continue this here on the other side. But first, we do have a giveaway. And, it's professional bull riding. Caller number 10 right now. So the contest line, 617-931-0985. You'll score a pair of tickets to the PBR Boston at the Garden. It's professional bull riders for the first time ever in Boston in January. Tickets available at tdgarden.com. So we'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. We got Ryan Garvin here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
Back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, I'm Joe Murray. Patriots this weekend and Falcons. It's going to be great. What a beautiful day it was today. Happy Halloween, everybody. We'll get into some Celtic stuff in a minute. Just wanted to mention the Bruins real quick. Last night I worked the game. The Bruins are 6-7. You get it, Ryan? 6-7. The Bruins.
I looked up what that is, and it doesn't really mean anything.
It's stupid. I hate it. I miss when we all loved 6-9. You know, that was way cooler. Nice. But the Bees won last night, and it was hard for me not to sit here and say, man, does that team look better without Jeremy Swayman? And I know that that's not the story of last night. The story of last night was Pastrnak and Geeky led the way, and they got secondary scoring from Kastelik and Hustadinov. And now, well, Elias Lindholm's going to miss some time, and who's the first line center? It's Husty himself. So I don't know how that's going to go going forward. But you know what? There's buy-in. And I thought the other night McAvoy and Pasta, for that matter, against Ottawa were called out. They were called out for not buying in. And they've both bounced back. And we haven't seen Jeremy Swayman since, which makes me think, was it a demotion? I mean, certain guys have been demoted. Certain guys have been disciplined. Mason Lowry hasn't played in a couple of games now. Middlestat missed time. He's come back, played better. So do we expect Jeremy Swayman to start tomorrow night against Carolina? You would think. But I don't know. And by the way, Korpisalo was good last night. I know he let a couple slip by in that third period, but they ended the period on the power play, went into overtime, and they won. They got outshot 40-23. Like, that was an ugly game. They had no business winning. They stole it. But when you're up 3-0, you should win. But again, it's the worst.
But they lose those games where they get outshot in such a cartoonish way.
You're right. But, the worst lead to hold in hockey, right, is the 2-3 goal lead, right?
Yes.
So I give them credit. This is me giving the Bruins credit for a team that isn't that great. And I don't know what they do well. I don't. Maybe what they do well is fight back. But maybe they're listening to Marco Sturm. Maybe they're removing the guys that aren't buying in or disciplining them. Because I don't think the other coaches... Butchie tried, but then they kicked him out. And Montgomery had no leverage because his contract. And Marchand was calling everybody out, but he was worried about his contract too.
As the new coach, if you're going to, try and upset the apple cart, so to speak, this is the time that you do it. You get at the players now because they can't fire you 2 weeks into the job. That'd be crazy.
I just worry about losing Swayman, but doesn't matter. He's getting paid.
It should. In theory, he is your number one goaltender, the cornerstone that this team can advance on.
I just wonder if it's like, he'll be back. Like, did they start Korpisalo back-to-back to have him ready for Carolina? So I think you should put Swayman back out there tomorrow. We'll see. We'll find out. We will find out. All right. NBA Cup. I had to look up the odds. Who do you think's the favorite?
Oh, God. It's got to be Oklahoma City, probably.
It's the Thunder. You're right. Followed by Cleveland, the New York Knicks, Denver. Denver, Houston, Clippers, 76. 76ers. They're high. Orlando, Timberwolves, Warriors. What is it? Hawks, Spurs, Pistons. Where are the Dallas, Miami? Oh, the Celtics. Oh, so I found them.
That 4-digit.
Yes, it was. It's plus 5,000 to win the cup. Again, the Philadelphia 76ers, who the Celtics play tonight, who the Celtics are favored. Did you know that?
Favored tonight? Or favored
I'll look it up right now. When I saw it tonight, they were favored against the 76ers. It's a
I thought that changed. That must have changed that.
It's a revenge game. Yep, Celtics minus 1.5 right now. So I guess we'll find out who the injuries are in pregame coming up in just a little bit with Grandy and Max. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So maybe there's something there. But just to bring up a couple of things regarding the Celtics tonight, the NBA Cup. Oh yeah.
They're going to really, it does not matter if we like it or not. They're going to make us watch it.
It does nothing for me.
It does nothing for me either.
Remember when the Lakers won? Did nothing for them either.
And the Pacers, are you going to at least say, the Pacers made they made the finals?
Oh, the Bucks won last year.
Yeah.
Group B, Celtics, Pistons, Nets, Magic, 76ers. I would say that the Celtics are the second worst team in the Group B.
I don't think that's crazy.
Pistons, Magic. Oh, Pistons just beat them, right? 76ers beat them.
Detroit on paper is more talented.
Yeah, and Magic maybe because they at least were competitive in the playoffs. And then
so it's you and the Nets.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. They're favored tonight, huh? Wow, that makes me think that they're going to come back and win. So there's your NBA Cup stuff, revenge spot. And I do want to mention that the Celtics are 2-0 with my guy, Josh Minot, in the starting five.
Oh, he's your guy.
You didn't? I don't know if you, Ryan. I had to pick a guy to be the X factor this year. It was
because Pritchard started, so he can't be him.
So they were like, Joe, who's the guy that's going to come out of nowhere? And I said, Josh Minot. And I said he can play the 4, even though he's a 2. He can play the 4. But he had 14 rebounds the other night. They're 2-0 with him. By the way, is there anything going on with Peyton Pritchard? Have you heard anything?
What other than he, likes to play kids at the playground and blow out 18 to nothing?
Let's just say, so is he playing tonight? I just was curious about that. I've been hearing about maybe he'll be there or not. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to find out from Grandy and Max what's going on tonight. Oh, what do you think about the refs wearing headsets? This can be great. Oh, I can't wait for the malfunctions. Oh, my headset, my hearing aid, my Bluetooth. What's it say? Is it battery operated? Is it
we were
solar?
getting a Celtics broadcast during the game.
What could possibly go wrong? I love that reference. Oh, Mike Tomlin. I hear Scott Zolak in my headset. All right, we got to go. Grady and Max take over Celtics 76ers. Coming up next on the Sports Hub.